Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're taking a look at a really affordable GMT watch using the new Seiko GMT movement, which is kind of rare. As you can see, we do have that GMT hand, and it doesn't operate separately from the, when you move the hands around the dial. It's by VESUVIATE. The package did come from Singapore. This is their Volare model, as you can see here, with a gradient blue dial. It's a really nice looking watch and has some very nice specifications, and of course we get that Seiko GMT movement, which is kind of getting harder to find now because a lot of the Seiko GMTs that they released with this movement are actually sold out and they're hard to find, and they're going for actually more money on eBay. I've seen some of them, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, this is a whole different actual look. I think it's a really nice modern look. You obviously have that Batman kind of style going, but it's not in any way a homage watch. I think it's a really nice looking watch. The quality is there, the specifications are there, and it's at a decent price point. Let's see what's on my wrist today, and we'll dig a little deeper into this watch. On my wrist today, as you can see, is a Breitling, the first watch I bought like 10 years ago. As you can see, it's a Super Avenger, much larger watch, but back then, kind of larger watches were in fashion, and I really did enjoy it. I still enjoy the watch, and it runs perfectly. It only has been serviced once. Over 10 years. It's using a 7750, obviously, certified by Breitling Kosk. But yeah, it's a great looking watch, and then of course I add that diamond bezel for a little bling bling. But yeah, it's a very nice watch. Now, the VESUVIATE Volare is at about $399, full price $475 US dollars. But you're getting a lot for your money. It's a full 316L stainless steel watch, and it has an extra hard coating over the case, bracelet, and the actual clasp as well. And basically all of the stainless steel is hardened coated, which is really nice. As you can see here, you're not going to be able to scratch it easily, which is very nice. A lot of watches, you can scratch them very easily. As you can see, we have these polished center links on the bracelet, but they have that extra hard coating on it, so you're not going to really be able to scratch it like you would with a GMT Master 2, for example, that Rolex makes, which is a scratch magnet. This has the hard-end coating, so you're not really going to see many scratches on your watch, which is a nice thing. The watch itself is using the NH34 GMT movement. This is a new movement. I believe this is the first micro brand to actually use this movement, which is really cool. It's a great movement. It's automatic, obviously. It has hacking, hand winding, a quick set date. It beats at 3 Hz. It has a GMT function, along with that quick set date function in the same crown position. And it's just a really nice looking watch. As you can see, we have a blue gradient dial. It kind of gets darker towards the top and goes to a lighter blue towards the bottom. You have sword style hands filled with lume. You have your red sweeping seconds hand with a lollipop, which is lumed. You have your skeletonized GMT hand, which is filled with lume. You have your applied markers, which are filled with lume. As you can see, there's a lot of lume, and the lume is very good on this one. We have a sapphire bezel, which is something different that I've never seen before. And most watch brands don't use sapphire bezels. Most are going with ceramic or, stainless steel or aluminum in some vintage ones. But yeah, it's a pretty nice looking watch. The bezel is loomed as well as that crown. The crown itself is 6.7 millimeters and loomed with their logo, which is pretty cool. The watch itself, in terms of diameter, is 41 millimeters across for my calipers. Lug to lug, I got 47 millimeters. In terms of case thickness, I got 13.5 millimeters. That's including that sapphire crystal, which we do get on this watch with anti-reflective coating. It's very legible, as you can see here. It's just really clear. Which is always nice, of course. Of course, you want to see that GMT, that second time zone. So you really want a clear view on your dial. The watch also has 200 meters of water resistance, so no worries about taking this one in the water. Screw down crown, screw down case back as well. You get a GMT bezel, which allows you to keep a second time zone, which of course is the whole point of this NH34 GMT movement. As you can see here, there's the GMT hand. Overall, a very nicely designed watch here. And if we take a look a little closer, you can see the chapter ring is actually dual colored. See, it's blue and then it's white, which is pretty cool. And you get that kind of Batman blue and the black on the rotating unidirectional bezel, which is pretty cool. I think they did a pretty good job on this watch. Now, the watch itself comes on this oyster style bracelet, which is held in by screws, which is always a good thing. But as you can see, the case really sits, straight up as, from the bracelet where it connects. So it really wears perfectly on the wrist and has a very nice comfortable fit. It's not bulging out of the side, as you can see. Everything wears perfectly on the wrist. We get polishing on the sides. Tops of the lugs are brushed. Flipping to the other side of the watch, full polish on these sides. Very short, stubby lugs. We get a coin-edged bezel, which is brushed as well. And the bezel itself actually has some pretty nice action here, which of course we do need to keep precise GMT time. And it's very nice. Very nice clicks, very easy to rotate, and everything does line up perfectly, which is good to see. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the crown here. Very easy pop out. It's self-winding, which is actually really smooth. Feels a little smoother than some of the NH35s. Now we're going to pull out one position on this movement. As you can see, if I go this way, we can change the GMT hand. Other way, you can quick set the date. Final position is hacking. As you can see, the GMT hand will move when you change the hours along with your hours, which is always good, of course, what you need. And you push it down, screw it back in, and you're all good to go. So no issues. Slight small crown guards here, which is very nice. Good grip on the crown, no issue there. The crown is actually loomed as well, which I thought was pretty cool. A nice little touch there. Now it does have one of these diver extension clasps. Nice little logo here. So you push these buttons, and you can extend it, which is pretty cool. Open this up to a fully milled clasp. Keep in mind this is all hardened as well, the clasp and the milled clasp. Flipping to the case back, we get a piece of sapphire, which is red, which will be a little lighter on the final production versions. Screw down case back, says 200 meters hardened steel, VESUVIATE. Pretty simple. You do get quick release pins on the bracelet, which is always nice. If you want to swap out to a rubber band or something of that nature. But the bracelet's of pretty good quality. I think it looks pretty nice. You know, that extra hard coating kind of gives it a different look than a standard stainless steel. I really want to take a look at the Lume, because the Lume, I heard, is really good on this watch. I did test it once, but not to full power. So I'm really going to I'm going to use the torch now and really torch it and see what it's all about, guys. I believe it's really bright. And here we go with the Lume shot. And like I thought, the Lume is really good. Check out the crown. It's even loomed as well. That's really cool, their little logo. I like that little touch. But everything is loomed. Down to the GMT hand here, down to the whole bezel, down to the markers, sweeping seconds hand, and the hands, of course. Obviously very legible. It looks really nice with that Lume. That bluish color Lume, along with the blue color, I think it matches very nicely. I think they did a very good job on the Lume. As you can see there, on my 6.5-inch wrist, the watch fits perfectly across at 47 lug to lug. The bracelet really comes down nice and, you know, firm down here, and it feels really secure on the wrist. It wears pretty flat on the wrist, which I do appreciate. So no issues with the bracelet at all. As you can see here, lug to lug, it's fitting just perfectly across my wrist, and it has this nice kind of curve to the case here, which really allows it to sit on your wrist. No sharp edges or anything like that. So furthermore, guys, I think this is a big step ahead for micro brands. They're actually getting to use the, you know, the automatic GMT movement by Seiko. I didn't think it would be available so quickly, because Seiko just released those GMTs, but obviously they are available as it is in this watch. So definitely a cool watch, something very different. I like the whole Batman style, the blue, the black. I really like it. Everything functions as it should, and you know, a lot of nice specifications. You're getting the hardened stainless steel, nice sapphire crystal, loomed sapphire bezel, which is always more expensive, of course, than ceramic, I believe. You get a nice bracelet with screw links, a diver's extension clasp here, which is not sharp at all. Some of them are sharp, actually. This one's not sharp, so that one's done very nicely. But yeah, it fits nice on the wrist. If you have a modern sized wrist like me, or even a little bigger, you should be okay with this watch. I will drop some more info about them in the description below if you want to check them out and try to grab one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think they did a pretty good job on this one. But let me know what you guys think. Definitely leave me a comment. I love talking down there. Subscribe to the channel, of course, as always. Throw the video a like if you enjoy content like this, because there's a lot of more videos coming, guys. So definitely stay tuned, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.